There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Finding you.
Good
Oh,
morning, Your Honor.
good morning. Ms. Clifton, when you're ready.
This is case number 240159998 NZ Gary DeAngelis versus Frederick Kuykendall.
Council appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jennifer Couples on behalf of the plaintiff, Gary DeAngelis. I believe that he was in the waiting room and planned to appear this morning. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
he was
they're
excluded per your preference or just wanted
yeah,
to make
both
you aware.
yeah, both clients are in the waiting room.
Got it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Stuart Collis on behalf of Mr. Kuykendall, who is, as Ms. Couples indicated, is also in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Couples, this is your TRO, so preliminary injection, so you may proceed.
Actually, this is ours.
Oh, my bad.
Right.
Right.
I wish it was ours. And we believe it should be rescinded. So it is my motion to rescind. However, it is
I leave it
defendant's
to,
motion.
yeah, I was going to say, I leave it to the court's discretion who should go first or what you want to hear first. So,
Um, the yeah, Mr. Colas, you can go ahead.
okay. Your Honor, this is a case where the plaintiff in this matter is illegally and improperly taking cameras and pointing them into my client's yard, videotaping them, and in numerous cases, and is sending them now off to the police to potentially for criminal charges, and using them as evidence in those cases. There's no evidence of my client doing anything wrong on the videotapes, but these have been going on for years. And this neighborhood dispute where the parties are kitty corner from one another is obviously escalated with the initiation of plaintiff suit. However, statutes in Michigan are very clear. You can't eavesdrop, you can't videotape. And the videotapes are, you know, directly around the privacy fence. They're above the privacy fence. They're shooting into his yard. We have videos that they submitted to the police where it shows my client in his own yard shadowboxing. We have videotapes that are attached to Mr. DeAngelis's house showing videotapes where you can actually see my client watching TV. I'm happy to play any of these for the court right now if they wish. We have photographs where you can clearly see the cameras are pointed around the privacy fence above the chain link fence into his yard, and there's no purpose for this. So again, I can show all these to the court. It's a little bit more difficult, in a Zoom setting than it is in person, but I have that ability to do so. And we simply ask that this stop, that these cameras be taken down, or if they're going to be there, that they're not pointed, in my client's yard. He has a right to privacy. It's a criminal activity that's going on. And the Plymouth police are no help. We've addressed it with the police, and the police basically said he can do this. And he can't. So we're needing the court's interaction here and an injunction to prevent this from occurring. My client clearly has a right to privacy, clearly has a right to feel safe in his own home. He clearly has a right to not have somebody looking in on him. And these are all constitutional rights that he's guaranteed. And the imposition or the failure to issue an injunction would irreparably harm him to the point that he can't enjoy the use of his own property, which is something that's as basic as in the Declaration of Independence. So, Your Honor, for all those reasons, we'd ask that I should add one more thing. What was interesting to just go on about how crazy Mr. DeAngelis is, in their response and their objections, they suggested that I've been personally to the Plymouth Police Department, which, by the way, I don't know where it is. And that secondly, I somehow told the Plymouth police that I thought that that DeAngelis' actions were not in violation of the law. Completely absurd, would be a violation of my duties of loyalty and my duties of diligence. And yet they put that in their own objections. I find that offensive, and I really am upset that someone would stoop to say these things that are blatantly untrue. And as an officer of the court, I can tell you that I still don't know. I'd have to Google where the Plymouth police are located. But this is the extent of Mr. DeAngelis's misrepresentations of what's going on in this case, is the fact that he is willing to say or do anything to keep these cameras up.
Ms. Couples.
Your Honor, I'm here as an officer of the court as well, and I don't think you're getting the full truth here. It's really unfortunate that Mr. Collis is claiming there's no purpose for these cameras. It's a blatant lie that Mr. Kuykendall hasn't done anything wrong. There are 4 criminal charges pending against him. We are only here for 3 reasons, Your Honor, because my client, plaintiff, Mr. DeAngelis's cameras are up for security due to Mr. Collis's client's actions. And he admitted to the police that he cut down and or damaged 17 mature trees that used to give Mr. Collis's client privacy that he's claiming he has a right to. Without him cutting down all these trees, we wouldn't be here today.
But why are the cameras facing on his yard?
The cameras face only on the lot line. All of the cameras that are there are only motion activated by a human. They
but why? Okay, now do I have to have Mr. Collis show me the pictures of his backyard? Do I need to do that?
You can see the affidavit of my client.
I don't want to see affidavit. I asked you, do you want me to look at the pictures that Mr. Collis has?
Go right ahead.
Okay, come on, Mr. Collis, show me the pictures.
Thank you. That's okay. One moment. I've got to, because I had to pull out these specific ones. Or wait a minute. Did I download them yesterday? One moment, please.
Your Honor, if I could continue speaking about the cameras. Thank you.
Here we go.
The cameras are only placed on my client's property to view.
I understand where they're placed, but what are they viewing? There's a way to focus a camera on what it's supposed to be protecting, that being your client's property. There's a shield that can be put up. So if I can see that they're encroaching on Mr. Kuykendall's line, that's a problem. So
you see my client right there in his own yard on this one. This is
I don't see, all I'm seeing is your files.
Oh, you're not seeing the
video? No, you need to click. I'm looking at your
hang on a minute. Let me stop the share and so I've got, like I said, I've got numerous ones here.
Well, and Your Honor, the police in Plymouth are aware of these issues. They've viewed
I don't care. They
told my client to keep them there.
I don't care.
Because of Mr. Kuykendall's action.
I'm the court. I'm the court. So
okay, you can see there's Mr. Kuykendall in his own yard. He's dancing.
So that's the corner where he destroyed trees, Your Honor.
But he's clear beyond the privacy fence, which is there. The chain link fence is here. He's beyond the privacy fence, which of course the camera is looking into. So there's one problem. And I can show you another view, Your Honor, of where this camera is focused, at least this particular one. Let me see photo. Here's the photo. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Any view of Mr. Kuykendall's yard is also viewable by all of the neighbors that live next door to him.
That's not the point. Your client doesn't have the right to have cameras in his yard. That's all I'm saying.
He's protecting his own property.
He can protect his property. The cameras can be there. The parent cameras need to go down his property line. That's it. And you can get a shield. No, but if it's encroaching in his yard, fine. Put up a shield, because I know it's a fence line. Put it up, the shield up, adjacent to the fence line. But let me see what else
What
you
do
have.
you mean shield, Your Honor? I'm not following.
If there's if the he's supposed to have if there's a fence line, you can put up a shield on the side of the camera that makes it go straight down the property line, wherever that is.
And that's why the zone is limited to 6 feet, because Mr. Kuykendall was reaching over several feet into our yard to
I
cut
see.
the trees.
You see, Your Honor, here is again another look at the camera that I just showed you the view of. As you can see, it is not down the property line. It is pointed, you can see between the privacy fence and the hedge, right into Mr. Kuykendall's yard. He could see it right there. I mean, that's the same view that you had of him dancing. I have another view, Your Honor, from
Okay, let me
It's
understand.
not
Hold
recording,
on,
Your Honor.
hold on. Let me understand. I see the chain link fence.
Mhm.
Okay, so the chain link fence and the white fence, whose fence is the white fence?
That's Mr. Kuykendall's fence,
And
as you
he
saw in
pulls
the
out
video.
that panel, Your Honor,
Hold
to
on.
walk through it.
But is the property line the chain link fence?
The chain link fence is the property line.
On the
Yes.
other side.
Whose hedges are those?
That's the neighbor adjacent to both Mr. Kuykendall and Mr. DeAngelis.
Your
Again,
Honor, there's no law that says that the face of the camera is not allowed to be present. That camera does not
Okay.
record. Even as far as where Mr. Kuykendall is taking this photo, the camera does not even record that far. It only records within 6 feet and is only alerted when there's a
Okay.
person within
All
6
right.
feet
Hold
of
on.
that camera.
Okay.
that's
It
not
does not
accurate.
reach to his
Hold on. Who's the wheelbarrow? Whose yard is the wheelbarrow
That's
in?
Mr. Kuykendall's.
This is a view not from the camera, Your Honor. This is a view from Mr. Kuykendall standing in his backyard, alleging that that blue dot apparently is my client's camera.
Okay.
This is
Okay. All right.
ridiculous.
Okay. Show me I want to see the views. I don't need to see this if this is the view of the camera. I just
Okay.
need the camera's view.
All right. So again, the camera's view is what I showed you earlier, which is, and I've got two of these videos, but that is the camera that was lit up. So here is, oops, sorry. That's the, again, that's,
Your Honor, without these cameras, the harassment and the cutting down of my client's trees would not have stopped. It seems to have curtailed
so this
because
is
my
the view
client
from the
has
camera.
this
As you can
camera
see again,
presence.
this is the privacy fence. This is his barn or shed. And this is where the wheelbarrow was. So it's looking right into his yard. I've got more of this, again, from his Mr. Kuykendall or Mr. DeAngelis's uh,
Your Honor, there's a Michigan Supreme Court that we cite to a case that is California v. Serralo that I'm sure you're familiar with, that it says that a man's home is, for most purposes, a place where he expects privacy, but objects, activities, or statements that he exposes to the plain view of outsiders are not protected because there's no intention to keep them to himself.
Okay,
Here-
you're talking about cameras. You're talking about plain view for individuals. This is a camera. That's a different. I think that's distinguishable. They're not talking about. They're talking about for a plain view of a person, not in
And
terms
there's
of
no
the
law
camera.
that they rely on that says that they're entitled to this relief. There's no law that says these cameras are not installed for security. That is the exception to this criminal statute that Collis relies upon. It is for security.
Okay,
There's
but
no
the security on his property. So the thing is, like I said, turn the cameras. How about that? Turn the cameras. That's to me is basic. That's elementary. Turn the cameras so they don't. I don't see why you can't do that. I don't see why we're here. Turn the cameras.
Your Honor, with all due respect, I'm not following how you're saying turn the cameras because then we can't have them protecting the lot line. That's the whole point, that they show the lot line.
Like I said, and they show into his yard. Turn the cameras. If you turn the cameras 3 inches, maybe 2 inches. I don't just get it out of his backyard.
I was going to
That's
say,
basic.
I would simply suggest if he's so concerned about his lying kitty corner from Mr. Kuykendall, he can simply put something on the fence itself, pointing inwards to his yard, his own yard, that will show whether or not someone has entered his yard. It's that simple. But here again, Judge, this is a picture, right? A video. This is my client's house over here, and you can see the glowing light. That's my client's TV. This is his house camera looking at my client's property.
Your Honor, my client would not be able to see that
Where's the
without
property line?
his
Hold on.
client cutting down all those trees.
Where's the property line?
Again, the property lines is that chain link fence. You see the shed, which we saw from the video.
Your Honor, my client, if you see, look at the affidavit that's
between,
attached to our
and you can see
objections,
right
you
here-
can see that before Mr. Kuykendall cut down all of those trees that you can see from here, he cut down
Again,
17
that's a false
trees.
allegation that Mr. Kuykendall did that, but that's a different issue right now.
He admitted it to the police, Your Honor.
He did not admit it.
Report.
The only thing I'm concerned with is the view of the cameras. You know, it's like I said, he's gonna have to he can reposition the cameras. All he has to do is reposition those cameras to go down the property line. I know they're kitty corner. I don't know where, that's on, what is that camera on, Ms. Couples? What is it?
On a tree limb.
It's on a tree. So it's looking down.
And that's where the police told him to place them so that he could protect his own property, because Mr. Kuykendall has stolen 2 of the cameras, destroyed them, haven't found them. He has cut down 17 trees.
And in fact,
now he's the one who gets
video of
to
that
have
Mr.
relief.
DeAngelis provided, and it clearly shows that it's not Mr. Kuykendall, which is great. I mean,
He
so
paid the
now we
guy
have
to cut it down,
evidence that
Wait,
it's
stop. Stop. You all talk to me. You don't talk to each other.
I did talk to you, Your Honor. I said that
Stop.
Mr. Kuykendall.
Stop. Stop. S-T-O-P. Stop. Like I said, turn the cameras. They're positioned on a tree, reposition them on the tree. That nobody's saying take them down. Reposition them so that they do not film. The property line, in terms of the tree situation, that's another thing. But that's pointing directly into his backyard.
It
Reposition.
doesn't record that way, Your Honor.
Reposition.
With regard to the one that's on the back of my client's house for security, again, you're saying he can't have a camera on his house?
Nobody said. I don't know how many times I can say that. A camera is only going to show what you position it on. Reposition the scope of the cameras. I know there's a width that the cameras do. All you have to do is reposition them. That's a no-brainer. Reposition them so they do not show. If they show a corner of the lot, fine, but not his whole house, his whole backyard. Reposition the cameras.
Anyone can see that, though, Your Honor. Anyone standing in my client's backyard could see that. That the cameras are there protecting his property is permitted.
Fine, protect your property. Reposition the cameras so they do not impose upon Mr. Kuykendall's backyard. I don't know how many times. I'm done. That's
Understood, Your Honor.
The cameras must be repositioned. And let me see.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, there are some issues that I wish to address regarding the court had issued a TRO saying that the plaintiff is supposed to pay some of our attorney fees here, as well as destroy the evidence. I would object to destroying the evidence because I think that's critical to some of our cases. I hope it hasn't been destroyed because it's going to show, again, those intrusions upon my client's seclusion. Also, we have not been paid the attorney fees. So I don't know if that's still going to be part of the court's preliminary injunction.
No, I'll take that under advisement. I'll take that under advisement.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I could respond to that, please.
We're not going to do it now.
Counsel-
We're not doing it now. I take it under advisement. Once we get to the closure of this case, we'll deal with it. But I'm not ordering it. I'm taking it under advisement. Doesn't have to be paid. So we'll deal with it later.
So my client I should leave those funds in my IOTA.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm just asking for clarity. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Give me a second, please. This matter is set for case eval. This is one that can't go to case eval, so we might as well remove it from case eval.
I agree, Your Honor.
And I'll set an early settlement conference.
Your Honor, I would also encourage mediation in this matter.
That
This is a
sounds like a
neighborhood
good idea.
dispute, and
Your Honor, we'd absolutely be open to mediation. However, Mr. Kuykendall's actions are the ones that we're here for, so I don't understand.
Stop right there. You're open to mediation, right?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So you should mediate before you return, and I'm going to give you a July return date. I need an order. One, removing it from case evaluation, referring it to mediation.
do you want two separate orders, Your Honor, or is the court going to prepare that order?
No, I'm not preparing any orders.
Okay, just want to make sure. Do you want two orders then? One regarding the injunction, one removing?
One, yes, yes.
Okay,
And the one with the dates in it.
okay.
Give
Your
me
Honor,
one
I'd like to
second.
request that counsel send me a copy of that order before it's submitted to you to make sure that it complies with what you ruled today.
By all
Can we
means.
be clear what
Yes,
you
I
ruled
would.
upon it with regard to the injunction?
But all I'm saying is that the cameras must not face Mr. Kirkland. Readjust, realign the cameras so that they do not face Mr. Kirkland's property and that they only show the property line of the plaintiff down a property line. Now I know that, like I said, so they can be turned a little bit. I understand that the homes are kitty corner, but the cameras can be turned. And then the scope, the width of the cameras can be adjusted as well.
We'll do that, Your Honor.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll get you a settlement conference date. Settlement conference, August the 5th at 11:15 via Zoom. August the 5th, 11:15 via Zoom.
August the 5th, 11:15, Zoom.
Yes, and make sure that appears in the order as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so good luck. Now, you all need to coordinate facilitation sooner than later. Whose
I
office
agree.
is going to initiate?
That'd be great.
Whose office is going to initiate the contact with the
I'll initiate the
facilitator?
contact, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Couples. Once you all agree. Okay, plaintiff to coordinate facilitation. Okay.
Did you want something in the order saying that she'll coordinate or that?
Yeah, you can put that in a plaintiff to coordinate facilitation.
Okay.
Which is to take place prior
Okay.
to the settlement conference set for August 5th at 11:15.
Okay, I'll put that in the case evaluation order then, canceling it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you
Your
very
Honor.
much, Your Honor. You have a
Sure.
great day.
Good
You as
day.
well. Take care.